18 years after the fact, Nzau is yet to find closure after her mother took her life. The stigma surrounding the suicide forced her and her 3 younger siblings to mourn in private. As the world marked World Suicide Prevention Day, Terry reflects on her personal pain, a tragedy that resonates with the families of the estimated 800,000 people globally who resort to suicide.
When Terry Nzau, a news editor at Mbai 2 FM, takes to the airwaves, her voice conveys the weight of the day's news. But behind that orator and modulated voice is a backstory of devastating loss. In 2001, when she was just about to write her KCPE exam, her mother took her own life. She was just coming home from school. As she approached home, she noticed a large gathering, the kind only seen at weddings or funerals. Nothing had prepared her for the reality that it would be the last day that she would see her mother alive again.
Seems to be well, but one of our cousins told me, my mom used to tell her, one day I'll kill myself. Nimechoka na maisha.
Her mother took a deadly pesticide that rendered her a slow and painful death at the Machakos Level 5 hospital. The stigma surrounding it was so bad that Terry and her 4 siblings aged 15, 1 and 8 months old didn't see her body or even throw dust at her grave. Her father, who was a military soldier, never gave room for questions. The death caused a sharp division among both families. Her father later remarried less than a year later. He had another child, but in 2 years the marriage fell apart. He resorted to alcoholism and later died of liver failure. Orphaned and still haunted by their mother's suicide, the 4 siblings survived in and out of children's homes.
Mamangu hakutupatia hiyo fursa. Alijitoa uhai, sijui kama alikuwa anatupenda. Sikuelewa.
The World Health Organization estimates that every year 800,000 people commit suicide. That means that every 40 seconds, one person takes their lives. The burden is felt mostly by those that they leave behind. The World Population Review ranks Kenya at position 114 among 175 countries with the highest suicide rates. Suicide remains criminalized in the country's penal code and heavily stigmatized, but questions on why it is still difficult to prevent linger.
The reason people commit suicide is because they feel not wanted, not appreciated, not deserving of living. So if you have a relative who's going through such things, you do the reverse.
Now in her early 30s, Terry is a mother of 2. At work, the most difficult news stories to edit and broadcast are those related to suicide. She's using a platform to empower, inform and educate the masses, giving public lessons from personal pain.
I don't think it's the best decision any parent should ever take, especially if you have small kids.
Her pain may wane, flicker and fluctuate, but it does not die. Dorcas Wangira, Citizen TV.